Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Saturday Night Brew Crew. That's what we're calling it, right?
Saturday Brew.
The Saturday Brew Crew. It was brought to our attention last week that we didn't really properly introduce ourselves. What's going on? So I'm Wade. This is Tanner. This is Tyler. And this is our guest, Axel.
More like Tyrod.
Tyrod.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Some suspension part.
Some really thin suspension part. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have been drinking already. We have been getting prepared for the past 45 minutes.
Yep.
Getting this setup going for our first guest. And we have a interesting topic to talk about. But I'm not going to talk about it yet.
What?
I'm not going to talk about it yet. We're going to wait. No. We got to leave him on a cliffhanger right now.
Yeah.
We're at the beginning, baby.
Suspense.
It has something to do with you, though. So get ready for it. Get ready for it.
It's coming.
Dragon.
Huh?
Dragon.
It's coming.
Oh man, I'm
Anyways.
anxious this whole time.
All right. So, Axel, you want to talk a little bit about you and tell us kind of a little something. Help the audience.
So, my name is Axel. Obviously, microphone's right there. It's not right there. What the fuck?
Yeah,
So
we're working on it.
yes.
We're going to be taking donations soon.
All right.
Yeah, we need we need another microphone.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to say? I was prior military at one point. Not just your regular old, dude on the street.
Yeah.
Uh,
how did you end up getting
I'm
Out
not
of the military.
doing this all night.
So that is a very interesting story. So joined the Marines at 17 years old, and let's see, made it through boot camp, all the way through job school. But right at the end of job school, I was a year and a half through my contract. Got a motorcycle. Love motorcycles. It's the best decision of my life, and it's the worst decision of my life. I'll put that out there right now. So ride that shit every single night. Buddy's house, back, any way you could think of. So one night I was riding on, was it 64? I don't know, 264, 64, one of the interstates. It was about 12:30 in the morning, and I was cruising. Wasn't really paying attention to my speed, just because it's the thing that you do. You get acute to your speed on a motorcycle. So
Yeah.
Past a dinky little state trooper sitting on the medium. Just chilling there. Don't know what he was doing. Probably playing
What's going on, Speed Demon?
fucking Fortnite or something. I don't know. So passed him. Apparently he said I was doing 90, whatever. Pop my head around, see him start to pull out. So downshift and I take off.
I'm not getting caught.
So
Fuck this shit.
I've done it 3 or 4 times prior. So it's flying down the interstate about 12:30 in the morning. No traffic. That was the first fuck up right there. No traffic. Passed another one about 30 seconds later under an overpass. She clocked me at 142. It was a 55-mile-an-hour road. Clocked me at 142. At this point, neither of them had their emergency lights on. No lights, no sirens, no nothing. Just following. I get about another 30 seconds up the road, and I look in my mirror, and I see blue lights. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm fucked now. So just sent the bitch, kept going. Doing little bits of traffic here and there. Flew through a construction zone at 189.
Good God almighty damn.
It was fantastic. Everything was a blur. So
Was it all orange?
it was it was the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Orange
here we go.
and reflecting
Yeah.
lights.
That adrenaline was.
Oh, dude, it was pumping. I had GPS in my helmet and music playing because I wasn't completely familiar
So
with
you
the area
definitely
just
weren't
yet.
paying any damn
No,
attention.
all I heard was take this exit. 2 seconds later, this exit, and I was like, sweet.
Oh, she was telling you how to get away
She
from
was
the
telling me to
police.
get away from the police.
Oh,
Straight up.
shit.
And in
Go
the
ahead,
background,
Google.
I hear my.
That's
I hear
another
my music
reason
blaring.
why Google is better than Apple.
Absolutely, because Apple will tell you,
Fuck Apple.
pull over, put your hands up.
Y'all
No,
are
we're not
Apple,
doing
right?
that We're not doing that tonight.
That was
So-
funny. That was funny.
Flying, I finally slowed down because I was going so fast I couldn't take an exit. Finally slowed down, took an exit, got up and over the road that I was just on, looked down, saw the cop just taking the exit, came off onto a section of, I don't know, what do you call it? The normal road,
Yeah, just
like right out here. Cop turned his lights off. I proceeded to pull a U-turn. He kept going straight. My dumbass, not thinking, got back on the interstate and was just chilling. There's a couple cars in front of me, a couple behind me. I saw blue lights up ahead. So I was like,
When
oh,
you say
shit.
chilling, we're talking like 155, 160 chilling.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, we're going.
Oh, so we're going 55 now.
Yeah, at this point, we're going 55, 60 miles
Right.
an hour. Like I said, I got a couple cars in front of me, a couple behind me, and I see blue lights up in the front, like maybe a quarter mile up ahead. I'm like, oh, maybe there's an accident or something. So I'm going to lay low, see if I can see him off the radar. Another pair of headlights comes into my rear view, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's riding my ass. Still not thinking because my adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm like, oh, it's probably another car. 2 seconds later, boom, lights me up. He's right on my ass. So I proceed to, again, drop a gear, fucking book it, shoot right past the fucking blue lights, which is apparently another cop waiting for me. Should have thought of that.
yeah.
Kept flying, went up to 180, 189 again, and went over the bridge. At this point, my gas light's on. So I'm like, well, shit. Like,
Oh my God. I got to figure something out
yeah,
quick.
there's a problem. Because the first time I
I wonder if they're going to let me fill up real quick.
Yeah. The first,
This shit's fun. Let's keep chasing this guy.
Axel's on 3 stars already.
yeah. No, we got all 5.
We got to get the helicopters involved,
We got
man.
the SWAT team coming in.
Oh,
so
man.
the very first time I ran from the cops, gas light came on. Like, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's a problem. But motherfucker wasn't going nearly as fast as this guy. Like, lost him in the dust. Gas light is already on. I'm like, okay, I've been down this road. I can do this again. No problem. Flying, I get some distance. Meanwhile, they're flying too. I don't know if they're going $160, $170, something like that. So my bike starts sputtering and stalling. And I'm like,
Bro, this
Oh, fuck.
motherfucker really about to get caught.
I'm like, dude, there's no way this is about to happen. There's no way. And I go to do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
nothing. And I'm like, holy fuck. While at this point, there's 2 state policemen on my ass. There's one right on my left. And I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked. Like, holy shit, this is going to happen. So I put my left hand up in the air, start pulling over to the shoulder. This cop gets within like half an inch of me. Meanwhile, we're still going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
About knocks me clean off my bike into the fucking shoulder concrete barrier, and then finally come to a stop. And I'm like, I don't even know what I was thinking. Gets out of his car, gun in his hand, pointed right at my face, screaming, "Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground!"
Never mind. I'm not going to ask.
What?
No.
What?
Keep going.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, keep going.
And I'm like, holy shit, yep, I got you. Don't even worry about it, boss. Kept my hands up in the fucking air, lay down on the ground. I expected them to jump on top of me and fucking break my arm behind my back. But no, they were ginger with
It's
it.
because you're white.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a black cop? White cop.
No, it was white. It was white. And I didn't want to say.
I just got to know, man.
Is that what you were going to ask?
It was what I was going
See,
to
like,
ask.
that's something I don't want to bring up. Is I guarantee you, if I was of color and I moved my hand just a little bit, no, I probably
It
wouldn't
probably
be here
would have
right
been
now.
slightly different.
Probably would not be here.
Unfortunately.
Right now. So, put me in handcuffs. Went through my information. My military ID was right on the top of my wallet. He's like, "You military?" Dumbass was like, "Yes, sir."
No, this is
Proceeds-
fake.
Yeah, this is not real. He's like, "Military there?"
Dang.
Yeah, that's a food stamp card, you fucking idiot. So he proceeds to,
Good God.
oh, well, back in my day, I was like, "What command are you in?" I was like, "I'm on
Oh,
Bravo
no.
Company on Demneck." And he's like, "Oh, back in my day, I was a Marine Demneck for 40 years." And I was like, "No
Well,
shit.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
Don't fucking care."
So now he knows everybody.
Yeah. So he pulls out his fucking cell phone, calls Little Creek because he can't figure out how to fucking call Damnack. And he's like, "Yeah, I got a Marine here. He's running from us. Yeah, he's in custody right now. We're taking him down to the depot. Just wanted to let you know his name is got my rank wrong. He's like, Lance Corporal Mosley." It says private right there. It's like, great. There we go.
Making
So,
it sound good, huh?
Yeah.
So he gave you a couple
Yeah.
bucks, huh?
Yeah.
and no shit, we were 30 seconds from the department. 30
Since you
seconds from
fucked
the
up,
fucking
do I get
jail. So,
extra pay
like,
for that.
fucking.
Don't worry about
Ah,
it.
cool. All right.
What the fuck?
So take a stroll down to the apartment, having like a nice casual conversation with the dude that just arrested me right there in the driver's seat. I'm like, yeah,
It's
how's it
always
going?
like that, right?
I know.
It's
He's
always
like-
like that.
So how you doing tonight, man? I'm like, great.
I don't
You
wanna
really
talk to you
fucked
right
my
now.
night up right now.
You just ruined my life.
Yeah,
Slightly.
stuck a 9mm in my face, but it's cool. So get to the depot, take me out of my handcuffs. I go in there. They take my picture, fingerprints. It was the first time I ever had my picture taken, a fingerprint, or arrested in general. Never had a problem prior. Then I go to is it the Marjorie? The person that
the magistrate.
Magistrate.
Yeah.
Went to the magistrate. Margarine.
I feel like that's something that you'd want to put on pancakes. Or
Something like
put
that.
a little
Can't believe it's
margarine
not
on
butter.
there.
Margarine.
It's not butter.
Can't
So,
believe it.
Go to the magistrate
Magistrate.
and
Magistrate.
magistrate. Excuse me.
Magistrate. Straight.
Something like that. What's the lady who fucking writes you the shit? So
It's not always a lady, I can tell you
No.
that.
She asked me some questions. I filled out some paperwork. She's like, "All right, you're good to go. Please slow down." I'm like, "Gotcha, ma'am. No problem." So went into.
So I'm gonna stop you for a second, and now I'm picturing they let you go, right? And,
So-
and you're pushing your bike to like 7-Eleven to get gas.
Oh yeah, that would be beautiful. Don't worry, I won't do it again. I
Oh,
promise.
man. I'm telling you right now, I'm definitely not doing it.
I'm going straight home. How you doing? So they put me in this other. I had to go through a metal detector. Went in this separate spot. I don't really want to call it intake. It was like holding because there's a couple other people there that
Yeah.
sketchy looking fucking people.
Holding cell.
And I was talking to the guy behind the counter. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get you set to leave." Bless you. I was in there from. Let's see. I was in there from.
Oh shit! Tyler's boss is in here.
Yeah.
What's
Right
going
on.
on?
Hey, how you doing?
Cheers.
What's his name? What's his name?
Yeah, what's he going back? Bloodthirsty King.
Yeah, we'll just call him.
What's
that.
up, Thirsty?
I'm not gonna out his name.
I know.
So
know.
Bloodthirsty also streams on YouTube
And Twitch.
and Twitch.
We ain't look. He ain't a guest. All right, fuck that guy right now.
No, don't fuck
He
that
can get
guy.
on. He can get on here in a couple weeks. I don't give a fuck if it's your boss or not. Your boss ain't here.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, right.
His boss knows my boss. I bet you he does.
Not much he said and Twitch. All right, cool.
Oh,
Continue
shit.
your story.
So, they let me go. At this point, it's about 3:30 in the morning. I was in there for a couple hours and
Jesus.
call my mom first. I'm like, "This happened. That was bad." Call my brother. This happened. That was bad. Then I called the only friend that I called like 4 people. Nobody picked up. Called my one buddy who I was on the way to his house, and I called him. He knocked the fuck out. Obviously, he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I got arrested. I need you to come pick me up." He's like, didn't even ask. He was like, "Okay, I'll be right there." Comes in. I sit in the truck. Like, I get in the truck, close the door, and I'm like, it's completely dead quiet. He's like, not even looking at me. He's looking at the road. He's like, "So we going back to my place?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Great. Fantastic. Let's just go." So get back to his house. Fucking, I don't know what to think. Get in bed, pass out, wake up at. Meanwhile, this is the first day of our first 96 weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend.
Oh god.
First day of our 96.
We can tell. We can tell which
Yeah.
one of these guys is going to be the problem.
Wake up at 6 a.m. to a call from my unit leader. I can't even remember who fuck called me, but I'm waking up to call and he's like, "Oh no, it was my fuck whatever, my master sergeant." So he's like, "Did you run from the cops last night?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Tough one to swallow. That
yeah,
one.
master sergeant." And he's like, "Okay, we're gonna have somebody come out and pick you up, bring you back to base. You can get this all sorted out." And I was like, "Cool, good deal." So waiting there, get picked up. It's fucking awkward as shit. Don't say nothing to him and the
Yeah.
whole fucking ride back, and then drop me
So
off right in
weird.
front of my barracks. And he's like, "Just kind of relax, just chill." And I'm like, "Good, man. Like, you should have been here like last night." I had a gun in my face. It was great. So go back to my barracks, and then it was just a shit show from there. I mean, I'm talking 8 NJPs, 6 6105s, 2 full fucking restrictions served, 60 days of restriction, 45 days extra duty, half month's pay for 2 months, reduction in rank. That was the first one. And then had it again, obviously no reduction in rank, the same exact thing. And then it ultimately resulted in a other than honorable discharge due to pattern of misconduct.
So interesting fact for
Wow.
the viewers. We can actually upgrade that after 6 months of getting out.
We
to
can
general.
too.
Well, no, everybody can.
All right.
It's a general thing. Like you can go from an other than honorable to a general.
That's what Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm figuring out now is.
So can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
Which you called your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
You called your brother,
right?
Who else in your family did you call?
That was it right there.
Which one of those two gave you the most shit?
My brother.
Your brother.
My brother was pissed.
Really?
Yes.
How old is your brother? Is he older than you?
Yes, he is. At the time of this, he was 22.
Okay. Damn.
And he was like, he was quiet. I'm like, dude, I gotta tell you something. He's like, what? I got arrested, and he's like, he's dead quiet. I was like, fuck, because like my brother's the most important person in my life, like
right,
my idol. Yeah. And he was dead quiet. And he's like, all right. So I don't remember what he said, but whatever he said, I could hear it. It wasn't mad. He was like disappointed. I could hear the disappointment in his voice, and I was like, fucking damn it, dude. I didn't even care what my mom said. I didn't care what my command said. My buddies, like, that fucking haunted me for months and months, and it still does, hearing it in his voice. So,
well, I didn't mean to bring up a touchy
subject. No. It's we're all good now. It's funny because the whole thing happened again like a few months later. So,
oh shit,
oh really?
This motherfucker right now.
Yes,
dude, I had no idea about these stories.
Yeah. At all. Oh, you want me to go ahead and tell that one?
Might as well. I mean, we're already here.
Was it the same situation? You ran out of gas and got arrested again?
No. So, fast forward. It was Memorial Day, 4th of July. I got cleared to. So at this point, I was restricted. I couldn't leave base. I had to be in uniform at all times. And I asked my command. I was like, "Hey, my grandmother has breast cancer. I was wondering if I could go see her for 4th of July." And they're like, "Yeah." Or they pulled some strings. They made something happen. So I got to leave base. I went all the way home. So this is in Virginia Beach. I went all the way back to Nags Head, North Carolina, and with my buddy, rode my bike down there again. Fucking bike. Was riding around with my buddy on 4th of July. Went down this notorious back road. We call it the beach road. It's a 35-mile-per-hour road. So this is actually bullshit.
This part. About the one that's out in BB that's like straight shot.
No, it's Nags Head.
Oh, it's a Nags Head.
Yeah. Okay. So you have like the normal. We have one road that goes to and from everywhere, and it's the highway. And then you go more towards the ocean, and we have this little side road called the beach road. It's a 35-mile-per-hour road. We were going all the way down south, kind of toward, if you're from there, towards Hatteras area. We're in South Nags Head. Speed limit's 35. Riding with my buddy. There's a car in front of me. It's double yellow lines or double white lines, so no passing. This dude was going super fucking slow. So I was like, I looked back at my buddy. He gave me the nod. I was like, all right, bet. So fucking gun it around him. Immediately when I get around him, state trooper parked right on the side of the road. Mans didn't even have time. No, we didn't even see him. I didn't even give him time to finish whatever the fuck he was doing. I was on the side of the road before he even knew what was happening. I pulled right over.
So that's the thing I love riding with Joe, is that Joe is like the cop spot at 9,000. Like, you're cruising on the highway. We're doing like a crisp 85, 90 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're a little bit faster than traffic, but traffic's keeping up.
Right.
And then he sees a cop and like
immediately,
boom, my man is like on point, tapping the helmet, letting us know that there's an officer up ahead. And we slow down, and then good Samaritan for about 15 seconds.
Yep. And then we're blasting off again.
Right back on it. It's crazy.
The angle that we were at behind this car, paired with the car, it was impossible to see him until I got over the solid lines. So I went around this car.
In a double.
Yeah. Fucking pull over the side of the road. He comes around, gets behind me, gets out of the car with handcuffs already. I'm like, dude.
God
like,
damn.
My man came out. He was just jingling them.
He had him in his hand. He's like, so any reason you're going so fast? Literally going like with the fucking cuffs, and I hear him jingling. And I'm like, dude.
I wonder if that's how he goes home to his old lady.
He's like swinging him around. He's like,
so, been a long day at work. You know what I'm saying?
He turns on his body cam. He walks in the door.
Click.
You know what's about to go down. Hits her with the lip bite.
God. Like, I don't even have time to explain anything. There's nothing to explain. I don't have time to speak. He's like, go ahead, hop off the bike. And I'm like, dude, please, just like, don't
get the fuck off the
bike. I'm like, come, like, please don't fucking do this. He puts me in handcuffs, and I'm like, dude, I didn't say I just got fucked over for this. I was like, just down fucking 4th of July, man. I'm trying to have a fucking good time. Meanwhile, my buddy's just sitting on his bike and he's fuck.
I have a similar story.
Yeah. And puts me in his car, has another fucking unit come out. They get my fucking bike towed again. And then takes me to the station, have a genuine conversation with him, talking about like, oh, I chased this guy here, there. Like, I'm apologizing to him. He's like, oh, it's all good, man. Like, you're square. You've been respectful. You know, I'll see what I can do for you. Gets me down to the detention center, and they fucking put me. This is the first time I've been put in a holding cell, like little fucking turlet right there.
Yep. And then
Like-
there's like 15 other dudes.
There's like this fucking psychotic motherfucker in a cell across from me, staring at me. He's like long ass black hair, and I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like, this
You got a
fucking
pretty mouth.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I still have my phone in my pocket. They didn't pat me down or anything. My mom calls me. My fucking mom calls me. She's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm out riding with Zach right now. She's like, oh, you gonna come by the house like you said you were? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Like, I'll be there soon. She's like, well, how soon? Because you said that earlier. And I'm like, I don't know, Mom. I'll be there when I can get there. She's like, okay, just be safe. The fucking corrections officer notices I have my phone. He's like, hey, big old black guy. He's like, hey, no, give me that data on the phone. You can't have that in a cell. And I'm like,
Dude,
bro,
what?
like, my mom's still on the phone.
Thanks.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry, Mom, I gotta go. And takes my phone. Buddy's waiting outside, and then they take me out of the cell after it felt like an eternity. And he's like, so went to the magistrate again.
Yeah.
And cop didn't do shit for me. He's like, okay, we can get you out of here. You're going to be on the magistrate was, I think she put me on a $1,500 bond. She's like, we can get you out of here, $1,500, $1,200, something like that. And I'm like, but we have a bondsman outside. I was like, all you have to do is pay 15%, which is like $250 or something. So I just paid my credit card off. So I had exactly enough money.
Yeah.
I went out, talked to the dude, gave him my fucking card, and let me go out. Rode bitch backpack the entire way back on my buddy's 650. And I was like, I can't believe this fucking happened again.
What?
Get all the way back to my house, my bike was, and I didn't.
What's up, useless? What's going on, Christine?
All right, on. Went inside,
What's up, dude?
called my mom, told her it happened.
Yeah.
She's speechless. Called my brother again.
And
He was like, yeah,
disappointed.
I was like, it was so much worse this time. Didn't tell my command shit. My mom's like, you need to tell your command. I'm like, no, if I tell my command, I'm going to the brig.
No means numerous opportunities. Yes means your enlistment stops.
Yes.
That's
So
what my recruiter told me that.
yeah. She kept insisting,
My recruiter was a dick.
facts.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, you're going to be all this and you're going to be all that. You know, you're going to be a, nice, fine Navy SEAL.
You're a fucking sailor, a fine piece of work.
Tyler's over here fucking sweeping decks.
Yeah.
All the
Peeling
seals-
potatoes.
Yeah. he's-
Glorified janitor.
yeah.
That's exactly what we are.
So that's the first
yeah.
4 ranks.
Exactly. Get back to base after 4th of July and everything. Didn't say shit.
It is definitely some damn bad luck.
Yeah. Did not say shit. My mom, the entire time, months and months, she's like, you need to tell your command. I'm like, Mom, do you realize what's going to fucking happen to me if I tell my command? She didn't understand. She
Jail.
didn't understand. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good.
The place that I was just at, yeah, that's going to happen again for a while.
Jail.
So I didn't say shit. I had, I got an attorney. He went to court for me. So the cop gave me a ticket for not having a motorcycle license because I didn't have one at the time.
Oof.
Passing in a no passing zone. 95, 99, and a 35. He said I was going 99 and a 35, which is bullshit.
Mhm.
And tires unsafe for roadway because my
What a
tires
fucking
were a little bit
cunt.
bald.
Let me get that.
Got an attorney to go to court, got everything dropped, but ended up getting a reckless.
Mhm.
I got a reckless out of it. Everything else dropped.
So one thing that I didn't know, and this is like one of my buddies actually hit me up. He's a photographer too. I'm not gonna name drop, but he was leaving the most recent Springfest, and he was doing 59 and a 35, and they put an arrest note on there like that he got arrested. So he has court I think next week.
I want to know who this is.
I'll tell you offline.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he
An
got
arrest note on what?
So like, so on
More photographer drama. Let's go.
So it's interesting on the tickets actually. They can mark that. So there's a section that says arrested on, and they fill in the date and they check the box.
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly what's on mine.
Yeah, he was never detained or put in cuffs or brought to jail or anything. He was given the ticket and then like good to go.
Yeah,
you know. So I'm assuming it's probably because his wife was in the car with him. Anyway,
endangering somebody else.
Yeah. So he has court now, and the interesting thing that my branch does is they say you have to report anything that's a reckless or above.
Right.
I mean, I think it's kind of universal. I'm sure there's some sort of DOD reg that regulates that, and I don't think he's notified the commander yet. And I'm sure when it gets to that point, he goes to court, and they're going to be like, all right, well, you have 15 days in jail for doing 59 and a 35.
Better take 15 days of leave if he has it.
Good God.
Yeah.
Because I would have been perfect.
For me, that's not how it works. They check the jails nightly. So, like, I know a girl who got arrested for doing 140 and a 55, and she has 10 days in jail. And the guy that she was racing, because they were street racing, the guy that she was racing got 5 days in jail, and they check the jails every weekend to see if members are in jail.
Right.
And so their branch allowed them to take leave time on those weekends and serve their jail time. So she has, every month you accrue 2.5 days.
Right.
So if you have 10 days, you can go to jail and get out. Now, the next thing. You keep reading that, Tyler. But what's crazy about it is that if you don't have the leave time, that's when they start really getting up in your business about it. Yeah.
So like that's the thing. I would have been perfectly fine had that faggot fucking cop not called my command.
90s, yeah. Oh yeah, call the command. Yeah, you would have been okay.
So I mean, I would have said something, but I would have let it play out because I got to graduate my job school and everything. I would have gotten to leave, go to my new command, and be like, "Hey, I got this fucking thing that I got into, and I have a court date just to let you know."
Well, I don't know how it is for the Marines, but I do know for the subsequent other 3 branches that when you transfer duty stations, all of that previous BS that you dealt with goes away. So, like for the Navy, the Air Force, the Army. So if you change commands from California and you go to Maine, none of the stuff that happened at that last base follows you to your new base. And it's a very interesting thing because I know people who have showed up. I have a really good friend that I work with, and he had a whole thing happen when he was in Korea, and then he showed up here, and nobody knew the stuff that happened to him in Korea until he started talking about the stuff that happened in Korea. We're like, man, that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, had you PCS'd and they not called you a chain of command, there's always, so funny story. I had just finished the fuel pressure regulator on my bike.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm going to take it for a quick spin around the neighborhood. I got to the end of the road out here, like going out to the main road over here. And I was sitting there. I admittedly didn't have a helmet on because I was like, oh, I'm just going to go for a quick rip in the neighborhood, make sure everything feels good, and then flip a U-turn at the end of the neighborhood. So I went to go flip my U-turn, and a cop lights me up. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just finished the X, Y, and Z, installing X, Y, and Z parts on my bike. And, I'm just making sure it works right. He's like, where do you think you're going? And I was like, back to my house. And he's like, that's what I thought. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you don't have gloves. I was in shorts. I had like another tank top on, and I had no helmet because I was like, oh, just a quick scoot through the neighborhood, 20 miles an hour max, Went for that quick scoot through the neighborhood, and he popped me, and he was like, what I should do right now is call your first sergeant and let him know how you're riding that bike. And I was like, let's not and say we did, and I'll just go home and forget this ever happened. And he was like, all right, well, I'm going to follow you to make sure you're not lying to me right now. And I was like, okay. And it's literally like maybe, 1,500 feet?
Yeah.
And I literally pulled into my driveway, and my man was like, he was like, all right, well, have a safe night. And I was like, okay. I ran inside, grabbed my helmet, and I threw it on, and then I as he's like coming out of the, because it's a big loop over here. As he's coming out of the neighborhood, I have my helmet on now, and I gun it to make sure it's getting the right fuel, because my old fuel pressure regulator had a bunch of like shit gumped up blocking the fuel passage. And so with the new one in there, I gunned it, and like I'm sitting there like waiting to turn into traffic, and he's sitting next to me, and my man is just mean mugging the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, "I know too many people at your base, this, that, and the third," and I was like, "Bro, just leave it alone.
Yeah, just stop being an asshole."
Yeah, just like there's no like, oh, your prior service, great. I don't care that your prior service.
Yeah.
You served before, great. You're not in now, so don't call some motherfucker that you know from fucking 5 years ago who might still be in. Oh, he might know somebody who knows somebody. So what? You're gonna keep playing phone tag with all these people at 7:00 at night on a Saturday until you get in touch with my people? No.
Just because you're a little bit upset.
Yeah. I never understood that. So, but that's crazy. You got arrested twice.
Yeah.
That's insane.
How old are you?
22.
Young buck, man.
Yeah.
Young buck.
Hey, babe.
Hello.
Listen up. Go beside.
Don't even have to do that.
How you doing over there, Tyler?
Oh, great. I'm
You-
these comments, and these are
You and I. Oh, look,
pretty
shoot.
crazy.
Oh, he's going that way.
Yeah. I'll
Let me hop in a little closer. Say what's up.
Damn, the chat is going wild.
Chat is
Yeah.
wild. What's going on in the chat today?
How many people are in
Bunch
here?
of,
Four.
got a couple
We had
stories going. We got someone doing a 78 and a 35, 55 and a 35.
There's some reckless motherfuckers up in here, huh?
It's inevitable.
Hey, we about it, right?
It is
That's right.
inevitable.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh, he's coming
you know,
back.
Y'all are the bike guys. Here you go.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
God almighty
I'm
damn.
not being the beer bitch.
Yeah, y'all are the bike guys. Y'all would understand that a lot more than me.
So, aren't they required for all military and federal employees if they get arrested? So,
Yes and no.
interesting question. So, I think it's
If they know
that
that you're military.
Yeah, if they know you're military, they're required to report it. But if you carry your bail money around and you can bail yourself out, I don't know how many people carry their bail money.
Yeah,
But regardless, if you can bail yourself out, it's like the incident never happened.
exactly.
Mhm.
So my problem was like I had my wallet's in my book. I have the Ridge, so with that little clip on it. Right there was my CAC.
Yeah.
Right there. So like they're
Your
going through
what?
my CAC.
CAC. Common access card.
Oh, check. Hold on. Yeah,
A cack.
the judge
Cat.
said that he's
Cat.
a no good, dirty biker. You said what?
You're no good for nothing, whippersnapper.
Yeah.
See, it was like right there, and he's patting me down, took it out, and then he looked at it. I'm like, "Fuck, dude," because a couple other times I've been pulled over. Yeah, a couple other times I've been pulled over. He's like, "You military?" You got the fucking high and tight. I'm like, "No, I'm not at all." And they looked the other way.
Less than 4 wheels criminal.
Yeah, less than 4 wheels, you're obviously a criminal.
Exactly.
I it's interesting because being on twos is like the greatest feeling in the world.
It really
It
is.
is such a phenomenal feeling. And I literally just moved that.
I know, but it's like you moved.
Yeah, you move it so your deep ass voice can
No,
project
no, no,
over
no, no,
everybody
no,
else.
no, no, no.
Mhm, okay.
No.
Anyway.
But
How's the audio?
yeah,
Let us know how the audio
how
is.
the audio?
Yeah, let me know how
Yeah.
I'm going.
Well,
I'm trying
there's
to project my voice.
Last week we
a
had
lot
issues
more.
with Tyler, and now he's a little further away. So
Even better.
sorry, guys.
No, you're good. But it's interesting because I know people in the military who have been arrested and it like hasn't even touched their record before.
That's what I'm talking about. Like it's a hit or miss. If you tell him you're military, you'd be like, "I'm gonna tell him I'm military.
Thank you.
Maybe he'll cut me a break." On the other hand, like I'm gonna tell him I'm military, and he's like, "All right, sweet. I'm gonna go right to your command."
So it's interesting.
Very hit or miss.
I've been pulled over before out of state
Mhm.
in a state that is like less of a military presence or like a town that's less of a military.
Right.
Oh, you must be home visiting family or you must be home doing this,
Yeah.
that, and third. And I'm like, oh, yeah, just trying to get back to see mom and dad or trying to get back to see my sister, whatever you say. And they usually will let me off with a warning.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I get let off with a warning, which I like because now I don't have all these tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
The counterpart is when you're in a military town. I think a lot of people don't understand this. Is like when you're in a military town, everybody who's here that has like retired or for instance, that cop probably retired.
Yeah.
And now that he's retired, he's just working his regular 9 to 5 as a police officer, and boom, he knows somebody who knows somebody, and everybody knows everybody. That's the problem with the military.
And like you pull over a few people first thing in the morning, they're all military, and they're like, okay, this guy's military, I'm fucking done.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a cool prior service cop, and they're like, the guy who popped me for not having the helmet on for testing out my fuel pressure regulator, not cool.
Yeah.
He was the polar opposite of cool.
Granted, I was running from the cops going fast as fuck in the interstate. You really can't cut me that much for a break, but like, I mean, come on. I want a motorcycle. I didn't have a book bag, nothing. You really had to point your gun in my face. I get it's probably protocol. You're running from the cops, but like, how did I move my hand like a fucking inch or something the wrong way? Man would have put a bullet right in my face.
So interestingly enough, now they changed the law to where you can only be pursued at high speeds if you committed a violent crime. And they have to have a tag for that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Even state police?
Yep. State police.
When did that go into
state
action?
And local. It was July of last year.
Whoa. Oh, so that's
July
when they did
last year.
That's when they did all those different changes.
That's 2 months after it happened.
Yeah, it was like July of last year. And so,
28.
And so they would have to run your tag. And if your tag came back as like, oh, you're not a wanted criminal, they have to call their chief, who presumably is probably sleeping because he works 9 to 5,
right?
Instead of working 12:30 in the morning to whatever. Yeah. So they have to call the chief. Then the chief has to answer, and then they have to say, "Oh, this guy's running.
Ugh.
What are we doing?" Now there's a different protocol put in place.
I thought now
for pursuits
they're not allowed to pursue at all.
No, they haven't passed the no pursuit policy.
So you have to be wanted for a crime in order for them
to
be able to pursue.
So like if I like for instance, if I went out and I shot somebody, and they knew that I shot somebody,
hypothetically speaking.
Well, I wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, I carry in self-defense, but nonetheless, if I went out, so this is actually an interesting story. Tyler and I were going to a concert, and we watched a group of dudes pull up and shoot another guy in downtown Hampton. Now, that car and the people associated with that car are wanted for killing somebody.
Right.
We helped move the guy's body, like all sorts of stuff. There's one officer on scene, another officer pursuing the car. They can now pursue that vehicle to whatever extent of the law, but
as they should.
Yeah, right. I 100% agree. I've never seen so many bullets shot in my life in a public setting. It was absolutely the most insane thing in the world.
Make sure you hit that like button.
Yeah, like and follow if you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button.
But now, if you're not wanted for something violent or some sort of crime,
it's understandable. Yeah. Why would you waste your resources and your time pursuing some idiot on a fucking motorcycle? Obviously, he's going fast. He might be a danger to others, more of a danger to himself. But like, there's so many other things going on. For instance, people getting shot that need those units.
Well, and it's interesting too. One thing I did notice being at different bases is the area around the base is generally pretty high crime, which I never understood. So, I mean, at my previous duty station, we had a very high crime area. It was like a 2-mile area, roughly, in all directions, where every building had bars and everything on the window, security cameras, everybody was carrying a gun. And then you get outside of that area, significantly less violence. And and then there was a tourist area further down the road, and then it wasn't necessarily high violence, but it was more so just, I don't even know how to phrase it. It was like petty crimes, like somebody stuck somebody up for a wallet or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like somebody was shooting another person because of a gang affiliation.
Right.
So it's just interesting. And I know, Wade, you said that you had a question for Tyler. So I'm genuinely curious what kind of question.
I do kind of want to add. I was looking for homes before I moved here, and I was looking at like the crime rate area and stuff like that off of like those apps, for the city and whatnot. And I lived in an area for probably about a year.
You're not going to avoid the question.
Yeah.
He's trying.
He is trying.
You want to continue with the story?
Keep going. Keep going, though.
Yeah. So I'm looking at, and I realized that, like, because they have the different colors, like a lighter shade of color is like less crime,
Right.
a higher shade of color is like really bad, right? And I lived in this area, and I was like, there was nothing going on. There were no like crazy gunshots. There weren't a lot of ambulances, stuff like that. And I was just like, how is that a high crime rate area? But like I never witnessed any of it, where I never experienced any like really crazy police, occupying the area and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And but then you go in some other areas and you're like, wow, this is really nice, but it's actually a really high crime area. So,
Really?
And
this is back home?
No, this is here.
Where the fuck are you? What's
Yeah,
going on?
like
Where at? Where is it that it's
what
not?
was it? I was looking. I'd probably say Hampton.
Because we know the spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Pembroke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some deep
Now I don't know all the
Deep
areas.
crime
Yeah,
areas.
P-Town.
You know what I mean?
P-Town.
Oh my God. We don't even.
We don't need to discuss
Everybody
that.
knows P-Town
What was it?
Yeah.
By,
is
the
a war
Speedway.
zone right now.
Yes.
by
100%.
the
All right,
Speedway?
XRG Rage doesn't go out his way to ride with people.
Yeah.
I mean, that
that's,
makes sense. I have a very small group of
it
people
depends
that I
who
ride
it
with.
is.
He's a photographer too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a guy actually on the way here today. There was
What's up, Jordan?
a homie that came out of nowhere right on my butt, and then I started flying because if I don't fuck with you, I don't know how you ride.
Yeah. Well, and that's my problem with riding is like I've ridden in packs before where it gets really sketchy.
Yes.
So I did the loop. You know what I'm talking about when I say the loop.
Mhm.
So I did the loop. We left Wawa, hit 664, then came back through and hit 64 again. And on our way up 64, we had this guy on a Busa who was like yo-yoing like crazy.
Right, being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and he's like
Okay,
he's going.
For the bike guys, or for the non-bike guys, what is yo-yoing?
So like you'll be doing 80 miles an hour, and then you'll slow down to 65, then you'll speed up to 80, then you'll slow down.
okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
he's doing this yo-yoing thing, and I'm trying to like be on par with this guy, so I'm not gonna like nick my front tire on his rear tire and cause an accident.
Same time,
But-
trying not to get rear-ended.
Yeah,
by
same
somebody else.
try. Yeah, same time. Exactly. And
Tyler. Can I get
Yes.
another beer real quick? Thank you, bro.
so it's really interesting that the different riding styles like play into
Mhm.
this entire situation. And to me, I think before you go on these group rides, and like I said, I'm taking off from a comment here. When we go off on these group rides, it needs to be discussed before
Right.
what speed we're going to be going, what route we're going to be going. And a big thing that I always like to preach is ride your own ride.
Exactly.
I did a big group ride with the group that we always talk to,
Mhm.
and we introduced a new member into that group, and he was on a Harley. Everybody else was on sport bikes. So we're railing corners, like damn near knee down. And my man is like going straight through corners while these guys are going knee down on corners. Like we're taking them hard. We're up across the JRB over here. You were with us on that ride.
Correct.
You remember who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he damn near killed like 3 people because he could not handle his own bike.
Do I know? Oh no,
You don't know.
No,
You haven't met him.
He's no longer.
I'm thinking of somebody else, but
He left
now I
on-
know
he
that he
left-
knows how to ride, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I think
I'm giving a
Just
courtesy
back roads
shout out
and
to.
have fun out in town.
Oh, I'm down
Turtle.
Rage. I am down Rage. Turtle is my man.
I love that guy.
I
man.
love Turtle. Turtle's a
He
fucking
is.
trip.
He is a fucking
So
awesome
I want to
dude.
bring it back to your question.
Can
for Tyler.
we get him on here?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Turtle will come on.
Yeah,
Oh.
question.
I'm sure
Oh
Turtle
my
would definitely be
god!
down for
Oh
this.
my
I'll talk
god!
to him.
This place would blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
All right.
Turtle's.
I do.
public nudity has found its way.
Onto YouTube.
This generation.
This
Sorry.
motherfucker. He will whip his dick
I've
out.
never seen him. I've never seen.
Bro.
So you feed
This
Turtle.
dude.
If you feed.
So
So the
feed him
deal-
lettuce. That's all you got to do. Give him
No, not even. No. Turtle's lettuce is Tito's.
the lettuce.
You give Turtle a bottle of Tito's, and I've never seen somebody drink like that
Oh,
in my life.
Tito's.
Tito's.
Bring some Tito's over here, motherfucker. I'll show you.
I'm
something.
not gonna have.
I'll show you
Turtle
something.
naked.
I'm not gonna have turtle
Oh
drunk.
no,
and
no, no!
rage
I'm talking
drunk.
about me. I'm not gonna get naked, but
We'll show up.
I
We'll
will
show
drink
up
some.
already,
I will
bro.
drink some
I remember
damn
last time.
Tito's. Hey, I do want to ask you
Yes.
because
What's
we
the
have
question?
avoided.
Okay.
Can we get an update, please?
Yeah.
Update.
Now, real quick, last week, if you guys didn't tune in last week, Tyler had met a girl on Tinder. And things didn't really start off on the right foot.
We won't name
It
drop
is
him.
what it is. I'm not gonna name drop anymore. But I am curious to know what the standing is with this female.
Yeah. So where are we at?
All right. So
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I really wanted this to come up.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So as of right now, we have plans for tomorrow.
But didn't you have plans for tonight?
I tried covering it up. It didn't work.
I tried going around it. It didn't work.
Man, this motherfucker.
Hey, you know what yo-yoing is, don't you?
Yeah, she's yo-yoing.
Yeah. She's yo-yoing right now.
So yeah. So we did have plans for tonight, but
Real quick, I'm sorry. You know who you are when you do watch this.
oh god,
We were talking about you.
We all would love. Listen. We would all really love to meet you, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Especially this guy. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Just commit one fucking time.
I
to this
can't
man.
believe y'all.
He
Man,
talks about her all the
you
time.
talk. I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Fantastic man.
He
right
said,
there.
he said,
Stop it.
stop it.
Listen, for real. Send her the link to this. I want you to know
That's a dicey road there, Wade.
it is a dicey road, but I want you to know this man be talking about you a lot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We could use the extra viewer.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, continue. I'm
So,
sorry.
Okay, so yeah, we had plans for tonight, but you know, we all had kind of things going on, and
Headache.
long story short, I told her, I said, all right, so not before the podcast because you know, cramming time in and you got your thing going on.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. And I said, all right, how about after the podcast? You know?
Yeah.
I said 9:30, but then we started at 8:30, and I was like, ugh, all right, so 10. And
Yeah,
she
because
was
we're
like,
trying to make this an hour-long thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, so 10 o'clock, and then we were kind of like up there, and then next thing you know, she was like, all right, well, I'm usually in bed by 10. And I was like, damn. Yeah, all right.
Wade's over here asking you about your relationships, and he's on Facebook. Yo, funny story. You know, this is absolutely the funniest fucking thing. So my Facebook got hacked a couple days ago, right? And I couldn't access it. So Facebook does this new thing where you submit a photo of your ID when it gets hacked, right? I didn't have a Facebook dating profile. And then I like activated my Facebook. I got my Facebook back at like fucking 12:30 at night, right? And I look at it, and I have this like little heart with a notification next to it. And I was like, "Wow, what the fuck is this?" So I tap on it. It's Facebook fucking dating, and whoever hacked my account is looking for women between 30 and 65.
Good God Almighty.
And I was like, "Damn, I don't know what my man." And you know where he's looking for? Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
And I was like, "Damn,
Hmm.
my man, it must be down egregious." Fuck that guy. Fuck
You need
everything
to
he's
find
about.
out who it is.
I would love to know. Their
If there's anybody that knows anybody
Lives
that is into the computer technological world,
in Portland.
Yeah.
we'd love to get you on here.
Yeah.
Get you on here.
So wheelies are definitely
Look.
scary.
Gotcha.
They're fun.
Who's that? Who said that?
Bloodthirsty said, "Gotcha." They're talking.
That's your boss?
Yeah, that's your boss.
Yeah,
but no,
that's my boss.
they're talking about doing wheelies in the chat.
Oh, never mind.
They're very fun.
Yeah.
Wheelies
they're
are
scary.
They are scary.
They're scary. Wait till you do one. Wait till you do one on the front wheel.
Woo!
That's
Oh, yeah,
scary.
yeah, Stoppy.
The
Today,
endo.
today on the way here, I like practicing wheelies now. I did one, the highest one I've ever got. You know, when you go a little too high and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh, this is a little too steep.
Yeah.
Like first 5 seconds on the road, popped it. I didn't have my fucking foot on top of my rear brake. Popped it up. It was going good, and I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna ride the." Oh fuck!
Yeah.
And I hit the mega dink noon, right at fucking 12
Yeah.
o'clock, and I hit 12:30 a little bit. And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go back out."
So I was riding with Joe and Savion one time.
Yeah.
And this is before I fixed the fuel pressure regulator issue. And I went to take off from a light, so my bike bogs.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh fuck!" My bike. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm like giving it throttle, and I forgot that I was in gear. And then next thing I know, all the gas like combusts, and my bike goes from like level with the ground to fucking just upright. And I was like,
90.
I'm like this, and Joe was like, "Oh my god, that was the sickest thing I've ever seen."
Your
from a
legs are like,
stoplight." Yeah, my legs are off the bike. I'm like fucking
Coming
flailing
down
around.
to your planning office.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, totally meant to do
Yeah,
that.
and I was like, I fucking dropped the front wheel back down, stopped accelerating, everything like that. I dropped the front wheel back down and just rode it off. And we stop at Miller's, and we're waiting to cruise out with the rest of these cats. And I'm sitting there, and Joe's like, "Man, that was pretty fucking sick." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, it was pretty cool." I'm like shaking like I had fucking Parkinson's because I'm fucking the adrenaline.
I would love to see you do a wheelie on your bagger.
Oh,
that would be.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh,
his bike is, or well, I would say was because he got in an accident, but is clean. I saw it and it is clean. Props for sure.
Another question for the chat: how do you guys like the new camera setup? Do you like it better here? Or do you like it better straight on?
I think it's good when we have guests to be over here because we can get everybody in. Unless Useless wants to let me borrow that 24, you know what I'm saying?
Useless. Cough, Useless. 24 millimeter
24,
lens.
you know what I'm saying? So we need to get him on here.
Yeah,
I think
last.
I got to.
Next week,
Yeah,
I think we have
Useless is different than Skinny Useless.
Useless.
Ray said his bike is held together by zip ties and hopes.
We got somebody like that.
Yeah, that's Joe.
Just like
That's
that.
Joe.
Yeah.
Look it up on YouTube. The fastest motorcycle ever built is actually held together by duct tape and zip ties.
So, funny story. I finished fixing Joe's bike, and then the same night he picked it up, you were driving his car.
Correct.
Yep, you were driving his car. And you got rear-ended in his car after Joe had crashed his bike that I had just finished fixing.
We came up on it was almost like a little accident of itself, right? But it happened like right as we were coming into it.
Yeah.
Some fucking truck T-boned like a little ass Toyota Camry, completely fucking horseshoed it, crushed the driver door. I don't know how that woman was still alive. Road was wet because it had just rained. Fucking Joe slammed on his brakes, skidded. I don't know if he high-sided or low-sided, something like that. But he fell, and I was right behind him in his car, and I was like, fuck. Slam on the brakes. I had my brother in the car, come to a stop. Joe's already up on his feet, and I look at my brother. I'm like, are you good? Bam.
Yeah.
Fucking rear-ended right before I could even say it.
Yeah. And it's Joe's car.
It's Joe's
Joe's
car.
Bike crashes, and Joe's car
So
crashes.
Joe wrecks his bike, and then I get rear-ended in his car, and I'm like, fuck. And I get out the car and I'm like staring the dude down that rear-ended me. He was in a rental. Chevy Equinox or something.
You shouldn't have got out. You should have been like, damn, my back hurts.
Yeah, bro, I would have been everything would have broken, bro. I'd have been on the ground, laying down on the ground, flopping like a fish, man. Look, man,
I rear-ended somebody.
Can you imagine the insurance claim?
Oh, it would have been great.
Oh, the insurance company's like,
well, so funny story. I rear-ended somebody. So I had a truck back in 14. Back in 6. Or I bought it in 15. I got in my crash in 16. The crash in 16, hilarious. I'm cruising down the road and there was this like fried chicken restaurant on the right-hand side. This bitch locks her brakes up in the right lane. I mean, locks them, bro. Like skids.
Is anybody in front of her?
No,
of course not.
Not a single person in front of her.
Of course.
And
not.
I rear-end her, and I run up to the window. I'm like, "Ma'am, are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay." The cop show up. She's like, like that ass, bro. That ass. And so she gets taken away on a stretcher. And I'm like, "You said you were fine. I fucking rear-ended you at like 35 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm driving a tank, and it didn't push your truck. I put her trunk in the rear seat because I was driving an
Good thing she wasn't sitting in the back seat.
I had a lifted F-250. And so like I hit the top of the trunk and just like crumpled it all in. That's a crumple zone, you know?
Yeah.
It's there for a reason.
To impact.
Yeah, exactly.
Receive impact.
And the second the cop showed up, she's like bitching about her back and shit. So I called the police like 2 weeks later because my insurance company's like, we don't know what's going on. And I was like,
calls me. He's like, by the way, that last time my toe still hurts. So
Yeah.
can we get somebody over here to look at that? Like,
no, bro. I called my insurance company. I was like, what's the deal? They're like, oh, we sent the check out. We're waiting to see what happens to get the car fixed. The cops were like,
old lady trying to get paid.
yeah. No, this is where it gets funny. This bitch skips town.
Oh.
They back owed like $4,000 on this car and somehow still managed to keep it.
Well,
and then they took the check for $5,000 and just left.
The check from the insurance company?
Yeah, they just took the check instead of fixing their car and paying off their debt. Just left the car the whole line, let it get repoed, like everything.
Damn.
And just left town with $5,000. First of all, I don't know what you're gonna do with $5,000 anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, nothing.
if you
couple
have
beers.
yeah, you're gonna get a case of beer and fucking a lotto ticket. Like, especially now, you're gonna get gas
I'll
to
fucking
get to
get gas.
Louisiana. You know what I mean? And they just skipped town, and I was like, man, what are we doing about that? And my insurance company's like, well, we're filing for fraud. And I was like, oh, I would love to see how this turns out. It's been 7 years since that happened. 6 years, about 6 years since that happened.
Wow.
And I haven't touched base with him, but I'm sure that bitch is in jail. And when I crashed into her, she was probably like 55.
Yeah. Oh, this brings up another story. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. Good.
Yeah.
So
I want to change it up a little bit
Mhm.
and ask a question that
You
has
ask
been
it?
on my mind. No.
No, ask your
It has nothing to do with
No, that's fine.
bikes and stuff.
That's fine. Ask your question, Wade.
It has to do with me.
Yeah.
So I had a no. You didn't get away scot-free yet.
Oh, dang.
So
Should've
I had
left
an
it
interesting
alone.
conversation today about it was a married woman.
Ooh, this is good.
Yes, it
This
is.
is very good.
Who her husband ended up leaving her for a man.
Ooh. There's a whole post about that on the page.
Interesting. What page?
Is this person in the military?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who this is,
Oh.
but I had this conversation, and what do you guys think about that? What do y'all think about? Let's roll reverse, okay?
Okay.
Let's say
You're talking from like her shoes, yeah?
yeah. No. Let's just say your woman left you for another woman.
Hey, join in. Come on
Yeah,
in.
I was gonna say like
You'd
like,
want it to be that way, but she left you for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's
dude.
not like yeah, I want to have fun. You know what I mean? This is
This is like
this dude straight left her for some dick.
it's like it's a shock because she's leaving you for somebody of the same gender. So like you're
That's
already
awesome.
hurt. Now you're confused.
Now you're like,
Yeah.
damn.
Something wrong.
Yeah, it must have been something
Yeah,
real wrong.
Obviously, she's using the fucking Great American Challenge. If you don't know what that is, Google it.
Google it.
Google it for sure. It's a dildo set that they sell at sex shops. It's gargantuan. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Mhm.
Long story behind
A
that.
bunch of rose petals and shit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
bro, it's red, white, and blue, but it's like separated into tiers, and it's probably like 2 beer cans thick.
Good. Cut.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I saw a girl one time go down to like the third reflective ring on a traffic cone one time.
Yo, hold on, wait a
Yes.
second.
No way.
Yes.
Full size.
Yes,
UFC certified traffic cone.
third fucking ring. That bitch was like,
There's no way.
I swear to God, I'll pull it up and show you later.
Please.
I got it on
Chat
deck.
if you want to see that as
Ah,
well.
woo. Hit me up on Instagram.
That shit was touching her fucking goddamn.
It was.
Bro,
It
yeah.
had to be in
Yeah,
her
the traffic cone
lungs.
is using her like a puppet.
She had to been
Stop
breathing
now.
funny. She had to been breathing funny. That shit. It
All the way
couldn't.
to her
It
throat.
couldn't allow her lungs to fully expand. She had to been taking like short breaths. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it. This thing's fire.
She just sent you a video of that. She's like,
I
"Hey,
heard
wanna
that
see
elsewhere.
You wanna see
No.
something
It
wild?
wasn't. It wasn't for
Work
me.
with DOT now.
It wasn't for me. It was by like somebody else, and the video was sent to me, and I'm like looking at it like, damn.
So I saw a crazy video. Speaking of that, I saw a crazy video. This girl was like bent over a pommel horse, and she's like saran wrapped to it. It's super strange, like setup. Like pommel horse cameras, like kind of like off to the corner, like we have it right now. Pommel horse. She's bent over, facing this direction away from the camera, and there's another chick in frame shooting. There's a guy on that camera, so he's like, what? You know, he's
Right,
like filming the
panning
whole thing. Yeah. And this girl who's standing like 20 meters away has a slingshot, and she's shooting small cactuses at this
I
girl.
think I've seen this video.
I think I've sent it to you.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah,
Why didn't you send it to me?
I'll send it to you after this.
I want to see some shit like
And
that.
it was
Do
like,
not want to see some shit like that.
Let's go, baby. Hey, man, the vagina is a powerful thing.
oh no, she shot a cactus right in this girl's booty hole. I've never seen nothing like
Ooh.
the scream at the end is the most.
Junior proud.
How big is the
Hold on.
I
cactus?
suck a fart out of that.
Yo,
Ah!
Yeah.
How big is the cactus?
The cactus is probably about this big.
Oh, it's
around.
one of those little
Hold on.
succulent joints.
Yeah, it's a
you know
little
what I'm saying?
succulent.
Yeah.
So- in Japan, right? I didn't witness this myself. Let's just keep that in mind. But I was told a story where in Japan,
This means he did see it.
I did not see it.
I was like,
This one time I was in Japan. I mean, my buddy was in Japan.
No. Asian women were shooting ping pong balls
Out.
accurately out of their pussies.
I heard some stories
heard
like
about
that.
Yeah.
I heard some stories.
They have like tournaments. And
This
stuff.
is crazy. This is crazy. They also have vending machines that sell used panties.
Wait a second.
Again.
What?
The one time I was in Japan, I met my buddy was in Japan.
So I've never actually been to Japan, but I have a buddy who's stationed over there. He's like, bro, I've seen some of the most wild shit.
I heard
He offered to import me a GTR, and I was like, how much? He's like, I need like 40 grand. And I was
We'll
like,
get
that's
you that
crazy.
video.
40
No.
grand. They got 40 grand over
Who
there.
said I need that video? Hey, look, I heard some stories about how women in Vietnam would actually stick a string of razor blades.
What?
I
I don't like where this is going.
Have a good night. Be safe. Everyone ride safe.
Yeah,
What,
right,
what are we saying? Bye to people now?
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, I want to say bye.
Fuck. Come back next week, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye. Who's that? Jordan?
No, that's my boss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, well,
Hey, you're in 43? 42. Okay. Whatever. You're right. I've been
Jam.
drinking. Anyways, you're in jail now. So they'd stick a string with razor blades inside of their vaginas, and then they would pull it out with one razor blade at a time by the end of the string, and tick, 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 and they would get tips. It was like a strip club. You know what I'm saying?
no, that's not a strip club.
But it's a different thing in Vietnam.
That's not a. That's
No.
different thing in Vietnam.
It's like a.
BDSM
It's,
club.
excuse me. It's like
Yeah.
a strip club in Vietnam where they do shit like put fish. I've heard fish going up in there. A bunch of fish,
Talk
just
about
shoving them
fishy
up in there.
pussy.
Just shoving them up in there,
Bikini
man.
bottom down.
And
there.
then eating them
Yeah,
out.
that's
Eating
you
them
got-
out.
You got
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Yo,
I've heard it, man.
What was that place that SpongeBob went where it was like,
rock bottom.
Rock bottom? Yeah, that's the rock
That-
bottom.
that's-
That's SpongeBob right
The
there.
rock
Yeah.
bottom of
you-
bikini
you've
bottom.
done-
You know what I'm
you've
saying?
done all of the drugs. You no longer have any money. You're fucking broke shit. And you're like, yeah, man, I have a vagina
and some razor blades.
and some razor blades. I know exactly how to make
fish.
money.
I know what
yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you're throwing a fucking whole ass.
But see, they
cart.
would do it without getting cut. That's the
Well,
that's
that's
the
bullshit.
problem.
That's talent.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
That's impressive.
Exactly.
I'm sure for like the first.
That's
three
how motherfuckers was making money.
for the first 3 shows, she definitely got cut. Side note,
The first 3, she's like,
yeah.
ah, ah,
Side note,
I figured it out.
we haven't had a lapse in our stream yet, like last time.
A lapse?
Yeah,
Oh, everybody
yeah.
stayed.
Well, no,
Pretty much.
We have 4 viewers right now. No, but I
And
mean,
no
like our
technical
no
difficulties.
technical difficulties with our
No
battery
technical
dying.
difficulties.
Yeah.
We've got a 30-foot cable.
That's what
that
you
is.
got, right?
That is.
Yeah.
What was that? My phone makes different notification noises all the
I
time.
have the
Fucking,
GTA sound
This
effects.
fucking Rage said that's some Reddit strip club. Jinx, he said Jinx.
Look, I'm gonna show this to you. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta look.
I don't even know what's going on.
I'll show
I'm
you.
not even-
I'll
I'm not
show
even-
you.
That's okay. I'm interested.
Like, good,
Oh
bitch,
my
because
God.
I wasn't.
Oh my god,
God
bro! You should read that out loud.
No.
I wanted
man.
to so bad.
Nah, I'm not.
Let me
Yeah, oh, bro, it's
Yeah.
fucking
Hold on.
hilarious.
Let the chat reply.
I don't even know what we're talking
I don't even know who the fuck is in here right now.
Rage, what do you want? Rage, follow me on Instagram. It's trphotography_190. I'll send you whatever you want from this thing. Just shoot me a message with the videos that you want.
Oh, you
I'll
can hit me
have
up
them.
on it's.ls400.
That is the single
Got some good pics on there.
So, side note, what I just read on Rage's phone is the thirstiest message I think I've
No,
ever
because
seen.
I knew already there was never a chance. Because I'm not driving 6.5 hours. Absolutely not.
I drove 6.
I would.
Oh, that was you saying that.
Yeah, I said that. What do you think? Do you think that she sent me a message saying I'd ruin your pussy?
She's everywhere.
Wait, you got something to tell us?
Nope.
Oh man.
Wade's just casually.
That
That's
is
fine.
the-
I'm not interested
Ah.
for that message.
Yeah, you know. So, anyways, back to you, motherfucker.
Don't try to redirect. I have never seen in my life a thirstier message.
It
Actually, I
wasn't
take that
even
back.
thirsty.
I take that back. I heard about a guy talking
Sim.
to a girl that you were seeing at one point in time, talking about slurping like ramen noodles.
We will not discuss this. Actually, we will.
Let's discuss this.
So,
Don't use names.
no names. Anyways, I was talking to this girl one time.
John Doe.
This was last year, and
Rage said, "Have you met Wade? I'd be thirsty too."
hey, you sexy son of a bitch. So this girl was telling me that somebody that I knew was also talking to her, and sending her unsolicited pictures
Oh, his
via
cock?
Snapchat of his dick.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh wait, really?
yeah.
The person that was here
Um,
buying.
Yeah. So
Girls, huh?
so yeah, that was really interesting. I got
Yeah,
something.
MySpace
I got
is
something
Facebook
on this individual. If this individual ever had something on me, I got something way worse. But anyways, that's a different.
That shit's
That's
so
not even a
funny.
different. I mean,
That's
we'll never
so
even
funny.
talk about it again. But yeah, it was funny.
You came over with this person that you were seeing at the time, and you were like, you'd never believe what this other person said,
yes,
and you were like,
yes,
he
yes.
said
that
that
he
he
would.
would slurp her pussy like ramen noodles.
Like Naruto.
You know who you are if you ever watch this. God
You
damn.
probably don't remember.
Oh no, he probably says that to
Does-
everyone.
Does Rage know this woman?
No, you don't know the girl.
But you probably know the dude.
You know of the guy. And I'm not gonna send it to you later. I'm not gonna.
No,
But
that's-
yeah.
I'll send it to you later,
On the
Rage.
D.O.
On the
D.O.
D-Lo.
So
Yeah, but
Down low.
but I got to do it.
Got to see it.
I got to slurp that
He's-
pussy
he's
like
doing
some
my
ramen
part.
noodles.
I got to do it.
I got to do it.
And he sat back like he's a Billy Badass from it.
Wade earlier.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Sensation. Why are we knocking my shit around?
What are you talking about?
We're
Well,
coming
it's
up
like-
on an hour and 6 minutes.
We gotta-
Wow.
we
This
gotta
is
act
okay.
normal.
I don't really want to wrap it up.
No,
No,
I mean
I think
we
we're
I
having a good
hate
time.
condoms.
we yeah, I agree.
Did you know? Did you say
And
condoms?
rounds.
I hate them.
Did you know they are trying to ban those?
Condoms?
Birth control and condoms. Any type of birth control.
Well,
Are we
you're
gonna
saying
start
get
talking
that
about Roe
ban.
versus Wade right
Wait,
now?
aren't they trying to like
Roe versus
like,
me?
get rid
No!
of the like lower the population?
I don't know.
All right, that's
They
conspiracy.
just made
Let's
abortion-
not get into
they just-
conspiracies.
Yeah, they just made abortion legal. Just so you know, this is completely
Up
neutral.
To the state level.
Yeah, it's at the state level now. So
But
like
they're
states
also
can
trying
dictate.
to get rid of condoms and birth control.
I have never. What?
Well,
Where'd,
so
I've
where'd
heard
you
it.
hear this? Is it
I heard it from a friend who heard it from
You know what they're trying to do? You know what they're trying to do?
Which news?
They're trying
they're
to.
trying to bolster the
Don't say
military.
Fox.
BBC.
They're trying to
They're trying to bolster the military.
They're-
They need more Marines. We're gonna raise a bunch of.
I can't do this. Look, man. Look.
We need more Marines. We're gonna raise a bunch of kids.
You good, daddy, good for nothing, soul fighting sons of bitches.
Good.
They're
God
gonna sit
almighty.
there and drool on themselves and shoot. That's all we need them for.
We're gonna pay them bare minimum.
Praise the Lord.
They're gonna struggle.
We sound like priests. We do sound like priests.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hey, fucking man,
Good
brother.
fucking God.
Okay, so it's interesting with the Roe v. Wade thing.
They're doing this because of all the deaths from COVID, and they want to
Oh.
jack these numbers up.
all the old people.
Oh,
Well, like-
yeah, all the old people. Hey man, can you imagine
My
65-year-olds having kids?
Woo! I don't imagine. So like I know
Know
it's
that
not.
pussy smells like the Great
wait.
Depression, bro.
No. It probably squirts
Where's
out.
the dust bowl? You know what I'm
Nuts.
saying?
She's like, oh, I'm a squirter, and then it's like,
Man.
There's the
Too many beers.
To ban all this, but they're also
Too many
making
beers
male birth
tonight.
control.
they have male.
What is that?
so? All right,
condom?
So let me educate.
A
you.
zip tie.
A zip tie. Well,
We're not talking about zip ties this
coat
week.
hanger and make a fucking
Oh.
Louisiana family planning.
Beautiful. He said Louisiana family planning.
Exactly.
All right, so
No ARs, no
Unbelievable.
condoms,
So
no
fun.
nothing.
Unbelievable.
yeah, no ARs, no condoms, no nothing.
Yep.
So here's the interesting thing, right? Male birth control legal over in Europe, and you know how it works? It's a little self-contained thing.
Can I get another beer,
explain.
please?
It looks like
Anyone else want a beer?
Where's your beer been?
We got to ride.
Oh,
no, I have my car. We're good.
I'm riding.
Oh, all
It's
right.
gonna suck.
Hey, last night I realized this is probably one of the most responsible 22-year-olds I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
I wish I was
Wait.
I wish I was at
Hold
least.
on now.
Absolutely not, motherfucker.
Meanwhile, he's street racing.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
anyways.
meanwhile, he street races in a
Holy
stance
fucking
car.
There goes my oil pan.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck my oil pan. I don't need this shit.
But I won.
It'll
didn't I?
coast really far. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right, so like fun fact. So over in Europe, they have this. It's a nutsack jacuzzi. Oh yeah, Wade and I are crushing.
We're sending it, bro.
Yeah, Wade and I are
Bro.
crushing.
Let's add these.
Tyler's crushing too. God damn, America.
So they have this jacuzzi, and you like flip it on with like those little tiny black switches. They're on the bottom like kids' toys. You like flip it on.
I guess.
You know, like okay. So we have the lights back here that don't work, but like we have the lights back here. that
Until
don't
next week, folks.
work. Yeah, that'll be a next week thing. So we have those little lights, right? And there's like that little tiny black switch. It's like fucking maybe 1/8 of an inch long, and you like flip it on. So you flip that switch on, and you dunk your balls into this jacuzzi. It essentially
It sterilizes you.
sterilizes you for 2 weeks at a rip. I mean, last week we had a whole conversation about having vasectomies, right? So, in lieu of getting a vasectomy, because you have to be, depending on what it is, you have to be a certain age. You have to be. There's like a bunch
This,
of
that,
different
and the other,
parameters, and if you're married, you have to have your spouse's approval. There's a lot. You could just dunk your balls in the ball koozie, and then
Ball koozie.
the ball
I
koozie.
like that.
You dunk your balls in the ball koozie, sterilizes you for 2 to 3 weeks at a grip.
At a what?
At a grip.
Mm.
And then boom. You're shooting blanks.
Shooting blanks.
Yeah, shooting blanks. You got a honey pack on you?
We are not.
In the
Yes.
description, get your special service right now, $9.99.
Yeah. You got a honey pack on you. You fire up the ball koozie. And
It's
then,
out there now.
right? Didn't you describe it as your forearm?
I can't. We
Solid dick. You know what I'm saying?
Can't, we can't even begin to describe how solid it is. His arm.
He said his arm while flexed.
Just a fucking jackhammer. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like some shit you find in the Navy.
What is
I'm gonna hit
this?
the next
No,
real quick and
no.
get me a couple of $100.
You know,
Oh.
no, not even. Tyler said,
Y'all got
"Man,
the
my."
honey packs.
So Tyler hit me with. We're going
Hey
through.
man, y'all got the honey packs?
We're going through Tyler's disability forms, and he's like, "Man, we were improperly using jackhammers in the Navy." And my mind, because like everybody's like, "Oh, the Navy's gay." My mind is just like a bunch of dudes like standing there holding like these massive jackhammers with dildos on the end.
I think we were improperly using those.
No,
One more,
you don't
please.
want to hear a crazy story? Right? Okay. So, all right, it wasn't me, but it was my buddy. Okay.
All right.
I have to.
We all believe it. Yes.
I think wait. Rach said the same people that stretched their 600s when he said no ARs, no condoms. Because 600s are fast.
Jordan, let me know when you're ready to be on Saturday night, man.
Yeah.
Coming at the Navy's neck for sure. So there were a bunch of
No,
officers.
the Navy's coming at Tyler's neck.
Hey.
The Navy's coming on whose neck?
Tyler's
Oh,
Wait a
yes.
second. Something ain't right.
Hey, sneak that in every fucking weekend, please.
God,
Please, please. God damn it, I loved it last week, man.
He said I'm too ugly for video. Do you see him?
Ooh.
Damn.
You almost just ended
Bro,
the
we're
cast.
about to fucking go shoot some pool, man.
Yeah.
No, dude. But there was a bunch of officers on a sub giving each other the help around. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Help around? What the fuck is
Yeah,
a help
yeah.
around?
Are you serious?
Elaborate.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
yeah. No, like a whole circle jerk.
You sure it wasn't email?
How many people?
Like I don't know, a bunch of officers. Like
Are you
probably at least like 6.
Six dudes in the
six
on a
dudes.
submarine?
This will blow your mind. This will blow your mind.
Mhm.
So my branch.
At this point, anything will blow my mind, Tanner.
Yeah. No, my branch, right? The senior enlisted of my branch over in Qatar had a sex trafficking ring where they would they would invite the new female personnel into the unit
Oh
and they
yeah.
would like slip them their numbers. All these motherfuckers are cheating on their wives, right? This happened back in
Name drop. Let's go.
That
Send
ring
some
comes
names
off.
out there, Tanner.
So so that never happened with me, but like, so back in I think it was like 17 or 18, they had like this ring and like all these like E7, E8, E9s would like trade the phone numbers of these girls who were like putting out in the desert. And so like it came down where it got investigated because one girl was mad. So it got investigated because one girl got mad because she found out old boy had a had a fucking wife. And then another girl got caught going through customs with $23,000 cash in a suitcase. She had one suitcase for cash.
Did it say cookies on it?
No. No.
Inside joke.
So all this happened, and they were like, wait a minute, something's going on here. And they investigated. It was like fucking 19 people got indicted.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah, 19 people get indicted. And it wasn't the chicks that were involved because they didn't know any better. They're brand new, you know? All these dudes are like,
Yeah.
we're about to
We're about to mac and cheeks, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
Cheeks.
Mac and cheese.
Man, I'll
if
tell
you're
you.
watching, come join.
She's not watching. Not yet, Tyler.
She's at her house working.
She has a headache, Tyler.
Fuck you.
You son of a bitch. Good one, bro. Good one. Man, I didn't even think of that one. Damn. I tell you.
Forget about it, cuz.
Hey, man, for real. Like, honestly,
Every
I do
podcast
really
should
want to
be
meet her.
open.
Yeah.
I do want to meet
We
her.
will star her as a
You're
special
telling
guest
me,
eventually.
dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Tune in next year or never.
Probably never.
Probably never.
Most likely not. She'll probably have a headache.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're
I'm
gonna,
gonna be
we're,
honest.
Raging.
Never even asked about the podcast. Oh, what was it? I'll watch it.
She's fake, bro.
she's definitely not fake.
Why not?
Have you seen what he's got on this phone?
Yeah, you know what? I've gotten the same thing before.
Yeah.
Not from her exactly, but
The same.
Ma, I hope you're not watching.
Yeah.
Tyler's being a good boy.
No, he's not.
You got that little white thing on your collar right now?
Nah.
Yeah. I'm talking about like a priest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I was gonna say no.
Damn.
Well, our special guest has left. The
I guess
scene.
he's got to take a leak.
Damn this.
Yeah,
breaking
he's
the
taking a leak.
seal.
Maybe money can convince her to hang out. Money.
Yo, I'm a broke.
I
ass bitch.
refuse to pay for pussy. You understand? He does too. So
Yeah.
Tyler's mom, he does not pay for that.
Wait, we dropped down from 4 to 3.
We know
I
that's
think
a
my mom
lie.
just
Oh, yeah.
left.
His buddies do.
Yeah. So,
How many?
oh man, this has been a good one tonight.
Man, we really put away some beers
Yeah,
tonight.
we have
man.
really been we've been fucking housing these things.
We still got more. How many more we got? How many more we got?
Oh,
We got enough.
we got a whole fucking.
Good God, I'm on it down. Hey, we're shooting some pool.
Hey, check
Actually,
it out.
we have 2, 4,
We
6,
shoot some pool
We
tonight.
have 9 beers left. Oh, do the leg thing. Show them the leg
Oh
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Can't
Oh,
do the
he
leg thing.
can't. He
No,
doesn't have
no.
enough room right here.
No, you guys have seen the leg thing?
I don't want to talk
I
about it.
haven't. Let me
Show
see.
You have seen the like thing. I can't. It's not a good idea to
Stand
do
on
right
the
here.
chair.
Do it downstairs.
Stand
We'll
on
do
the
it
chair.
downstairs.
The leg thing fucking get.
Tanner tried to
Just-
recreate it. He's like, "Oh, show him the leg thing." You know the.
Is it like a Fortnite dance or some shit? It looks like a Fortnite
Show
dance.
Tyler the leg thing right here. You got enough space.
Every single time.
Every time. We'll have to
What
do a
was
video of
that?
Crip walking.
What
Crip walking? You
Oh,
are
no.
22.
Oh,
Because that is not a crip walk.
My mom's still in the chat.
she said, that's good to know.
Hey, Tyler's mom.
Love you. I'm being
Once
good,
again.
I promise.
Hey, didn't we talk about going to Jersey soon?
Yes, we are still on for Jersey, second week of June. Or
Wait,
July?
whoa.
July.
Time out. Last night when we talked about it, I wasn't here. What?
Second week of July.
Second week in July.
Second week in July?
Second weekend of July.
So we're going to do the podcast up there still?
Yeah. Well, I'll bring all my stuff. Yeah.
And Mom is going to be a special guest.
Oh, for sure. Wayne,
Tune
my
in.
mom,
That'd
my
that'd be
sister.
fun.
Oh,
I'll be a guest.
hey. Yes.
All hands on deck.
Anybody have any single friends up there in Jersey? Let me know.
I know a lot of people up there.
I do too, but they're all dudes. So
Of course, that's
Oh,
fitting.
We're gonna be playing horseshoes. We're gonna be, at the beach. Hold
Yeah.
on.
whose car are we taking?
We'll take the Lexus.
Yeah, right.
What? So we break down? halfway
Good
there?
God, not even. We'll break down on the second speed bump right
You'll
here.
see a wheel just veer off.
Bro.
Yeah. I think we hit all of our points tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, we man,
I was trying to avoid one of them, but we got there anyway.
It's all good, man.
we had good conversation, and that's what the goal is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have a good time.
Axel.
Drink some beers.
Yeah.
You were a good guest. You were the first
Yeah,
guest.
you're our first guest on the stream.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well
Yeah.
It won't be the last.
done.
Yeah, no, we'll have you back in a couple months when you get arrested again.
Tune in.
That's so funny.
No.
Hey, next time don't run out of gas though.
No, every time my fuel light comes on, I always
I'll
say the
go
same
with
thing.
it.
I'm like, man, I almost got fucking axled.
Axel.
Yeah. So,
All right.
but yeah, I think that's
Everybody,
Thank you for watching.
seriously, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Share the podcast with your friends. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Tell somebody you love them.
Like,
Okay,
subscribe.
Tim. You're fucking
share.
Tim and the
I love
Tap
it.
Man.
2 weeks in a row, baby.
That motherfucker gonna sue you.
Tim the Tap Man, I fucking love you.
I do love Tim.
Dr. Disrespect, I fucking love you too.
Oh, yes.
Not Dr. Disrespect your friends.
Not Dr. Disrespect your friends.
Okay, a small one of my childhood ethos lab. Love you. Watch you for years. We'll just put
Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
care. I don't
Ethos
care.
Lab, you
Ethos
got a
Lab.
shout out, man,
Yes, you did.
Yeah, well,
Love
to
you.
all 4 viewers.
My childhood is with you.
Thank you for partaking in our stream. And have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good God Almighty, damn boys.
That was fun. I had a great
Yes.
time.
Ouch.